Papoose used to visit me every single day. At first, I didn't think much of it, I was just chilling. But he came every day, without fail, for the entire first year. When you're in a maximum security facility, visits are allowed every day except on alternating weekends, either Saturday or Sunday. Still, he made the trip daily, driving 45 minutes to an hour each way, depending on traffic. At some point, I had to tell him, "Yo, I'm good. I'm alright." But I guess he just needed to see it for himself. Some people call me a killer. A shot to the mouth, then a shot to the liver. Her man wants to take me to dinner. I call him, "What's his name?" I don't even remember. "I know you're nervous, baby. But now you're with a boss. She's a worker, baby. Broken, and I deserve it, baby. Ain't nobody gave me anything, I had to earn it, baby. Given everything that's happened lately, I have to wonder, how much money would it take for you to step in the ring?" And then there was the leak. My number. She leaked my actual phone number. Oh my God, I thought. Why would she do that? At this point, you could give me $1, and I'd still be, whatever. It's just that one thing, that one betrayal. I'm a businesswoman. You don't leak my number. If you had something to say, you should have come to me directly. Papoose was a good man. At least, that's what I saw. I wish I had a man like him. But now, Remy wants him back, and he's moved on, living with his new girlfriend. She made her choice, and now she has to live with it. Remy sat in her living room, staring at her phone screen. The words blurred together as she read them over and over. Her mind raced, and the warmth of her tears fell silently, one drop after another, each carrying a piece of her breaking heart. Her husband, Papoose, had just confirmed something she wasn't ready to hear. Something that felt like betrayal. Her phone buzzed again. "Did you see what's happening with Papoose and Claressa Shields? They're confirming their relationship. He just said it in an interview." It felt like a slap. She'd heard rumors before, brushed them aside. There was no way Papoose would betray her. They were solid. Or at least, she thought they were. She could still hear his voice, steady and reassuring. "We're untouchable, baby. You and me." But now, those words felt like lies. She stood up, pacing, her breath shallow. Her mind raced back to the late-night calls, the moments when he felt distant, the times her intuition screamed that something was wrong. She'd ignored it, chalked it up to paranoia. But now, it was all real. Her phone buzzed again. A notification from a blog. Papoose confirms relationship with boxing champion Claressa Shields, fans stunned. She clicked with shaking fingers. "I've been spending a lot of time with Claressa. She's a great woman. Things are complicated, but we're seeing where this goes." Her chest tightened. Seeing where this goes? Was that all their marriage had meant to him? Her phone rang. It was him. She froze. Should she pick up? Should she let him explain? Her hand trembled as she answered. "Hello?" Her voice was barely a whisper. "Remy," Papoose said, his tone uncertain. "I've been trying to reach you. We need to talk." Her grip tightened. The tears threatened, but she swallowed them down. She needed to be strong. "Talk?" Her voice rose. "You mean like how you've been talking to Claressa? Spending time with her? Getting close?" Silence. Then a deep breath. "Rem, listen, it's not what you think." "Not what I think," she snapped. "So tell me, is everything we built together just nothing? Have you been lying to me this whole time?" "No," he said, his voice softer now. "It's complicated. I never wanted to hurt you. But you did." Her voice cracked, and for the first time, the weight of it all crashed down on her. "Why her?" she asked, barely above a whisper. "Of all people?" I don't know," he admitted. "She's a strong woman. We connected. But you mean everything to me, Remy. You're my heart. I don't want to lose you. But she already knew, she had lost him. You already lost me, she whispered, a bitter finality in her voice. She hung up. The phone slipped from her fingers as she sank to her knees, sobs racking her body. How had it all fallen apart so fast? For the longest time, she had believed love and loyalty were enough to hold everything together. But now, it all felt like dust slipping through her hands. And yet, somewhere deep inside, she knew. She would rebuild. Even if it meant doing it alone. The message hit Remy like a slap to the face. She had heard the whispers before, small, nagging suspicions that she had always brushed aside. There was no way Papoose would betray her. They were solid. At least, that's what she had believed. She could hear his voice now, steady and reassuring, the way he had always silenced her doubts. We're untouchable, baby. You and me. But now, those words felt like lies. Remy shot up from the couch, pacing back and forth. The silence in the room was deafening, her breath shallow as she tried to process what she had just read. Her mind raced back over the past few months, the late-night calls, the way Papoose had grown distant, the moments when her intuition had screamed at her that something was off. Yet, she had ignored it, chalking it up to paranoia. Overthinking. After all, who would have thought that her rock, her best friend, her partner in everything, could betray her trust? Her phone buzzed again. A blog post notification. With shaking fingers, she clicked on the link. Papoose finally confirms his connection to boxing champion Claressa Shields, fans stunned as he opens up about their relationship. Her stomach dropped. The article detailed an interview where Papoose spoke openly about Claressa. He called her a true champion, praised her strength, and talked about their growing connection. His words were warm. Too warm. Then, there it was. I've been spending a lot of time with Claressa. She's a great woman. Things are complicated, but we're seeing where this goes. Remy's chest tightened. Seeing where this goes? Was that all their years together had meant to him? Was their marriage, their family, something so easily discarded? The phone buzzed again. This time, a call. Papoose. She froze, staring at the screen, fingers trembling. Should she answer? Should she let him explain? Taking a shaky breath, she pressed the green button. Hello? Her voice was tight, barely above a whisper. Remy, Papoose's voice carried an edge of uncertainty. I've been trying to reach you. We need to talk. She gripped the phone tighter, fighting back the tears burning her eyes. She needed to be strong. She needed to understand why he was doing this. Why everything had changed. Talk? Her voice rose, anger slicing through the pain. You want to talk? You've been talking to Claressa, right? Spending time with her, getting close, and now you're confirming it? Telling the whole world? Silence. She could hear him breathing, hear him struggling to find the words. Rem, listen, it's not what you think. Not what I think. Her voice cracked as she tried to contain the storm raging inside her. You're telling me that everything I built with you, everything we worked for, means nothing? No, I haven't been lying. His voice softened, almost pleading. It's complicated. You don't understand everything. I never wanted to hurt you, baby. But the pieces of Remy's heart were already breaking apart. I don't understand? Her voice shook. How could I? You've been seeing someone else. Someone you care about. And you thought I wouldn't notice? That I wouldn't find out? Remy, please, desperation crept into his tone. This wasn't supposed to go public. I didn't want this to hurt you. I swear, I never wanted it to be like this. Her mind swirled with anger, hurt, and disbelief. She had trusted him more than anyone, believed in the strength of their love, their unity. Now, it all felt like a cruel joke. Why Claressa? She asked, her voice quieter now, the vulnerability seeping through. Papoose hesitated. I don't know, Remy. His words faltered. She's strong. We've connected on a deeper level. But you mean everything to me. You're my heart, Remy. I don't want to lose you. But she already knew. He had already lost her. You've already lost me, she whispered, finality lacing every word. And then, she ended the call. Her phone slipped from her fingers, landing on the couch as she sank to her knees. Sobs racked her body, filling the empty room. How had something so perfect shattered so quickly? How had she not seen this coming? For so long, she had believed that love and loyalty were enough. That as long as they had each other, nothing could break them. But now, everything had crumbled. There was no more pretending. No more holding on to something that had already fallen apart. And in that moment, as she wiped her tears and steadied her breath, Remy Ma knew one thing for sure. She was stronger than this. She would rebuild. Even if it meant doing